Money laundering is precisely that. Dirty money is put through a cycle of transactions so it looks as if it's been legally earned. There are 3 stages to any washing cycle. You might call it immersion, heavy soaping, and spin dry. But in the money laundering business, they call it placement, layering, and integration. Placement is all about getting the cash into the financial system. This is where the laundryman is most vulnerable. If you had £1 million to launder, your first task would be a practical one, getting rid of a hell of a lot of pieces of paper. We managed to stick £250,000 in 50-pound notes in this attaché case. That means you'd actually have to walk into a bank with 4 of these. A pretty awkward task. It's a hurdle that can thwart even the most skillful players. A few years ago, the late Colombian drugs baron Pablo Escobar had to write off $40 million. He simply couldn't get his money into the washing cycle fast enough. The cash rotted in a California basement. The next step is layering. You spin the money around the world, in and out of fake companies that can never be traced back to you. You send phony invoices between those companies for all kinds of goods and services that never existed. Your banks pay those invoices, wiring money back and forth across borders, because borders mean that investigators from one country no longer have jurisdiction. Thanks to the electronic revolution in world markets, it's all too often impossible to follow the money trail. Every second, $500,000 moves across this floor. That's $10 to $12 billion a day. The problem is that once money becomes a blip on a computer screen, no one can tell if it's dirty or clean. Money spins around the globe non-stop, day and night, wired from bank to serve the global marketplace, the same global marketplace where the laundryman layers his money. He immerses it into a huge sea of legitimate business, sends it in and out of shell companies and crisscrossing borders. Done properly, it is virtually impossible to follow. Done properly, it is virtually impossible to detect. Layering is made even easier by countries that offer discreet banking services. Financial secrecy is a major industry in some countries. The final stage of the washing cycle is integration. You back a business or convert money into assets, cars, yachts, real estate, which you can openly sell. For example, money from the infamous Brinks mat robbery was integrated here in Docklands. In the end, washing dirty money is not nearly as complicated to do as it is to stop.